7:31 and we have some really wonderful panels. So I'm going to go ahead as the chair and kick us off. So I would like to thank you all for being here. These are extraordinary times, and this is a difficult new way to do a conference. So we know there's a lot competing for your attention on Zoom rooms these days, and I'm really grateful to have you here with us this morning. In terms of just some housekeeping, please feel free to post your questions in the question and answer forum. We are going to hold on questions, but if they come up as speakers are talking, feel free to post them there. We'll get to them after all of our 4 speakers have presented. For panelists, I'm going to go a little old school. You have at the max 15 minutes, and I'm going to hold up a little number to let you know how close you are to time, to not interrupt you audibly, but so that you can see. And then when time's up, I will interrupt you audibly so we can go on to the next person. I want to make sure we hear from everyone here today. All right. So before we then jump in, I do want to just take a moment and ground us here. Many scholars and historians recognize that narratives aren't neutral, and in fact, they can function to uphold the status order and systems of oppression, but knowledge production can also be liberatory. And that understanding of our work as scholars, writers, and historians is one that many on this panel here share today. So we want to come to our work from that perspective, and understanding that even as we are reconstructing narratives of people who have come before us, as we reach toward their human experience, we're engaging our own lived experience and reaching across our own subjectivities to those who came before us in order that this work we do might bring to bear something more liberatory for the world we live in and the way we understand our past. So to recognize this mode of working, which relies upon not simply neutral words on the page or the work that we do in our writing, but is actually a human endeavor of reaching across difference in service of liberatory knowledge, I just wanted to start us by taking a few moments, and this feels particularly relevant as we come together through this magical 21st century format of Zoom and the internet, to recognize where we sit, that even as we meet here and we share our work and our scholarship, we all sit in bodies, we all sit in locales. So I just want to take a moment, just maybe focus on your breath, maybe notice your feet, just take a moment here and really ground in the body you're in, which is the home to the knowledge you produce and where you're coming from as you join us in conversation today. I invite you to just notice where you're sitting, in a building, likely, perhaps in a chair, maybe standing. Notice the community you live in, the streets you walk, the polity you are a citizen in and belong in, the state borders, national borders. So from that recognition that we're all sitting in different positions and with different perspectives and lived experience, I want to invite our panelists to share this important work on Afrofuturism and Blackdom, which I think will open up much better than I can do in this introduction, the power of this work to be liberatory.